Okay, so now I'm going to cover when to trade, break down trade timing. So we have different trading sessions. This is probably the most important thing to understand around the different trading sessions. I primarily trade from the second hour of Asia, second hour of Tokyo, all the way into, I have a look around the second, third hour of London. So I'm, for my time zone, this makes sense. I'm normally asleep for New York, but you can still get good moves in New York for, the strategies or the conferences that I cover later on. When you're trading gold, you specifically do not want to trade this time on gold. Avoid trading the first hour of Asia specifically. Bad time to trade gold, and just avoid this sort of time for gold. Anytime from second hour of Asia all the way up to second, third hour of London, the reversal approach that I use works amazing. If you want to trade more continuations, probably around New York um, as well, and I'll show you how to trade continuations as well. But and this sort of time, this is the highest volume period of time. Tends to have more continuations, where this is a little bit low volume. You tend to have, like, on gold, it tends to be like pretty decent volume throughout this period of time. Very corrective, good for reversals, and I fucking love this time. Anytime in between this is they're going to be good trades as well. So that's trading sessions. What is the specific best time to trade? Um, well, there is. I wouldn't say there's no best, like, exactly best time. You can make any time the best time just by trading it every single day. So trade at the same time every single day, because consistency in time creates consistency in data and experience and learning. Every single time in the day has its own little behavior. Because what is price action? What are we trading when we try to find patterns in the market? Um, you know, the markets are still, in general, moved by people, by humans. And so when we're trying to trade patterns in the market, people are habitual. So people tend to do the same things at the same times. I tend to have coffee, or I tend to wake up, I tend to have a shower, I tend to have coffee at the same time. I tend to go to the gym at the same time. And so we're habitual creatures. And so in the markets throughout the day, certain things tend to happen around certain times. Routines, very habitual. And so if you trade at the same time, you'll be able to recognize and learn patterns in those times. So trading one pair, trading it at the same time, you start to realize the little nuances and consistencies. Is the most important thing, that you be consistent. It doesn't matter what time you trade, it matters that you trade at the same time and you be consistent at it. So every session has a little bit different characteristics. In general, they all move the same way, but there can be some different volatility, different characteristics, a little bit different behavior. Trading at the same time, though, is really important. So yeah, and also it's important for your psychology as well, because psychology is strongly time linked. You tend to think the same things at the same time throughout the day. You tend to feel hungry at the same time throughout the day. You have internal clocks, and so when you trade at the same time or the same hour every single day, your brain automates this. You mentally prepare yourself prior to the hour. It's go time, lock in time, and it's you need a routine for stability and consistency, and you mentally prepare yourself subconsciously. Whenever you trade, if you trade whenever you feel like it, outside of your times, or when you're bored, you're stressed, trying to avoid something, or revenge driven, that's probably when you tend to take the worst trades. I know I did. When I was trading outside my times, I'd see a good setup. I'd pretty much always fucking lose, and it'd be a bad loss as well, and it'd hurt more because I wasn't mentally prepared. So please just stick to the same time. The less you trade, the less I trade, the more money I make, because I just focus on quality of decisions, and you get paid based on the quality, not the quantity of your decisions in trading. So yeah, the easiest way to trade less is just have one defined window. 1 or 2 hours every single day is more than enough. You don't need more than that. If you're trading for 8 hours per day, why? Yeah, I got into trading to not have to have a job. Why would I want to turn trading into a job? It doesn't make sense. So yeah, be selective, just trade at the same time. It's going to make everything so much easier, and limit the amount of time as well, because of decision fatigue and all that type of stuff. So the best time is the time that works for you. It's specific to you. There's no objective best time to trade. Certain times work better for certain people. Um, you know, I like Asia session. I like London session. I don't really like New York session. Maybe because I'm asleep in it, or I'm just too tired to trade that session as well. But ask yourself, when can you execute at the highest level consistently? So when am I able to trade and focus consistently each day? Is it in the mornings, the evenings? Because the best strategy, the best model in the world, doesn't matter. You can have the best strategy in the world. If you don't execute it, it doesn't matter. You're still not going to make money. So that it doesn't matter what you know, it matters what you do. You get rewarded based off not your intelligence, not your knowledge. You get rewarded based off your actions. And so if you are tired, sleepy, distracted when you're trying to trade, you're not going to execute well. So people have different chronotypes. Some people are more switched on in the mornings, early mornings. Some people are more switched on in the late mornings or late at night. Depends on your chronotype. For me, I'm most mentally switched on around late morning, like around 11, maybe into 12 a.m., 12 p.m., sorry. I'm the most mentally switched on. And that aligns with the second of Asia for me. So amazing. I just do that consistently, fits into my routine, and I execute very, very well. So yeah, forcing yourself to trade London when it fucks with your sleep schedule, it just doesn't work. So you need to have it fit into your routine. It can be difficult if you have a job. I used to trade when I had a job. I would trade after work, London session, and I was a bit sleepy. I actually found I traded really well. I was really good at holding my trades because I would take an entry and then I'd have a nap. I'd go to sleep because I was so sleepy. It was kind of calming. But you can make it work. You only need 1 or 2 hours each day and fit it in. Don't worry about if you're trading it at the wrong time. Just do it consistently. You start to learn the characteristics of that time, that session, and you can apply it. It's just adapting to whatever the condition is showing. Just do it consistently. Focus on 1 or 2 hours. Ideally, try to do it at a time that suits your biology as well. It could be before work or after work. It can be a bit better if you trade before work, because you have less decision fatigue. You're a bit more, there's less shit that's happened before the trading session. But I couldn't really do that because I'd have to wake up like 3 or 4 a.m. To trade at a good time with like volume, because where I'm based in the world, my time zone. So you just don't have the perfect time. Just what's good enough. What's good enough? What you can consistently do. So yeah, routine beats optimal session. Just trade the same session, same hour, same routine, same preparation, and that will compound over time. The best time is the time that works for you. Trade at the same time. If you just do that over time, you will learn the characteristics of that session, and you'll make it work. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll catch you in the next video.